Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're jumping into Eleos, an AI-powered service that's trying to tackle a big problem. We're talking about the 3 million people in the UK who don't have income protection. So our mission today is to dig into the sources and figure out what happens when that slick AI goes silent, especially when it's time to make a claim. And the initial pitch, it's incredibly appealing. They're embedding insurance right into financial apps you might already use, like credit building tools. The promise is, no agents, no painful phone calls, just simple, fast coverage, income protection from a tenner a month, life insurance from a fiver, and they even throw in free telehealth and Joe Wick's workout plans to sweeten the deal.
And that model is clearly working, at least initially. They've secured $4 million in funding. And just to be clear, they are fully legit regulated by the UK's Financial Conduct Authority, the FCA.
Yeah.
What's really impressive, I think, is their AI chatbot. It's boosted their conversion rates by 2.5 times. Yeah, just by answering questions instantly in like 40 different languages.
Right.
The technology is definitely solving that first big hurdle of getting customers in the door.
Okay, let's unpack this a bit. Because if the whole pitch is about pure tech and speed, why would they risk the model by not underrating the risk themselves?
And that, right there, is the core discovery from our deep dive. Eleos isn't actually the insurance company. They're a high-tech broker.
A middleman.
Exactly. A middleman using some really sophisticated APIs, these sort of digital pipelines, to connect your application straight to the actual insurers.
So who are the actual insurers then?
They're established players. For UK income protection, you're actually buying a policy from Shepherd's Friendly.
Okay.
And the term life product, that's handled by a company called One Edge Insurance, which is based in Guernsey. It's a pretty common structure, really.
Yeah.
It works for Eleos because they handle the tech, the regulatory headaches, and they give these apps quick access to, they claim, 5 million potential customers.
And the reviews for that easy purchase process are, well, they're glowing. They've got 4.9 stars from over 200 reviews on reviews.io. People just praise how straightforward and affordable it is.
But this brings us to the moment where, the rubber meets the road. The whole digital revolution kind of ends exactly when you need it most.
When you have to file a claim.
Precisely. The slick AI chatbot, it can't process it. You get redirected away from that modern app and back to the traditional, sometimes analog claims process with Shepherd's Friendly or One Edge.
And it's no surprise, really, that this is what triggers the negative feedback. You see these high scores from 200-plus reviews, but the few critical ones on Trustpilot are very, very revealing.
They are.
Because they talk about that exact friction point. We're seeing complaints about unexplained rejections, medical underwriting surprises, all the things the seamless AI process promised you wouldn't have to deal with.
So if we connect this to the bigger picture, Eleos has built a very efficient fintech layer on top of a very traditional industry. They offer competitive prices and super convenient access to legitimate, regulated insurance products. They are not a scam.
But they're not revolutionary.
Exactly. They simplify the shopping, but what you're buying is traditional insurance at the end of the day.
So what does all this actually mean for you, the listener?
Well, if you're healthy and you just want quick, basic coverage, they seem absolutely solid. You just have to understand what you're buying. It's a traditional policy, just through a modern, speedy interface. The AI is for the shopping, for the application. It's not for the protection itself, and it's certainly not for the claims process.
Which I think raises a really important question, not just about Eleos, but for all consumer fintechs. In this race to digitize everything, where does responsibility shift when the technology handles the slick, easy sale, but outsources the actual risk? What other apps that you use every day are just pure high-tech middlemen? That's something to think about until our next deep dive.